Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stone-Faced Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here to watch some Mob Psycho
I'm
100,
behind
Season
you.
2. Yes, that's right, the Theta's coming from inside the house. So,
Well, tends to be, unless I'm on a road trip. Then I'm coming everywhere.
let's see, what happened last time? Oh, we got like a huge paragraph of stuff right here, I think. So, let's go ahead and get started on it. Reagan accepts an exorcism job from a farmer and quickly deduces that there's a spirit involved, so summons Mob, who exorcises the high-level spirit by controlling the plants using his psychic powers. Meanwhile, Kumara Shinji resigns from his post as a student council president for framing his fellow students. Misato jumps on the chance to help Mob develop and become a leader of the Psycho Helmet Club, training him to run for president. On the day of the speeches, Mob ends up spending his allocated time mute on the stage, being too scared to say anything. Mob places last, while Kumaro being re-elected as president. Despite the dejection, Mob surprisingly receives a love letter from a girl named Emmy, who asks him out. Mob starts to walk home with her every day after school, where she tells him that she likes books and is writing a novel, which Mob agrees to read. Mob becomes much happier at home and work. However, 1 week later, Emmy questions Mob for spending time with her after turning her down and about whether he has his own feelings or opinions, unable to read him. She further reveals she only asked him out on a dare, apologizing as she leaves. Mob is seemingly not upset, but remembers the time he spent with her over the week. Emmy's friends tease her for writing a novel and tear up her own work when Mob confronts them and picks up the torn pieces, saying that he made the decision to consider his feelings more. Emmy helps Mob pick up the pieces, and when a gust of wind blows the pieces away, in a rare display of emotion, Mob uses his powers and reassembles the book, confessing to being an Esper. When Emmy thanks him, Tsubomi, who saw everything, says she is very impressed. Later, Emmy gets an idea for a story about a middle school student with psychic powers, and that series became Mob Psycho 100. So are you gonna share any of the cotton candy with class?
No, what cotton candy? I don't see any cotton candy.
Well, I guess I must have been imagining it. Anyway, so after that essay, um,
Wrote your own
we're
novel,
not,
did you?
yeah, we're not on any beat right now. Like, we're just kind of in the middle of day-to-day action for
What are
Mob.
you talking about? We're on a beat.
What do you mean? What's happening next? What's the plot right now?
What's the thing that the last season ended on, and that this season literally just started on?
Sure, but that's not episode to episode right now. That's just going to
Wait,
be,
before...
it'll pop back up
Griff,
whenever
Griff,
it wants
Griff,
to, right?
Griff. Before you dissuade it, maybe verbalize what it is for us so the audience knows.
Okay. What Theta is implying is that last season there was the Claw organization which
Wrong.
threatened to come back.
Wrong, that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, it's not. What are you talking about then?
What did we literally end last season on? Like, last...
Giant slugs.
Okay, before that. I realized what I was going
Um,
for. That was like a side story at the very end for no reason.
the leader of Claw in his limo.
After that.
Um,
It happened at school, that's your hint.
I don't remember.
Because you've seen it twice now. Because it happened at the end of last season,
Some giant broccoli?
and it happened again at the start of this season. As like a recap.
What is it?
Mob looking at his crush,
Oh, okay.
and then the reporter saying, she's out of your league, but if I can make him more personable, i.e. get him towards his crush, he'll be a better person to lead a cult.
Mhm.
It was literally our connector between season 1 to season 2.
Okay. I could definitely see that maybe be a continuing day-to-day life beat here of the reporter character comes back in and tries to insert themselves into Mob's life and tries to do another thing. But, I mean, I'm not sure if they'll do the same episode twice in a row, so that's what I'm kind of wondering. There's no direct continuation. It is merely a thing that could happen to me, you
It
know?
just occurs to me that
It was...
would I be interested in a show that did the same thing 13 times just to see if I'd notice?
Probably. I mean,
Here's-
people watch sitcoms, right?
Here's the same episode 13 times. We just recontextualize everything so you don't actually recognize that we wrote the same script 13 times.
You see, this time we did the script, but it's taking place in feudal Japan, so it looks completely different.
I mean, I think you'll find that's what most scripts are these days, right? Okay, you know the Terminator, right? Okay, but feudal Japan, but instead of Earth, it's Venus.
And then the robot comes from the future. And
Tell me more.
There we go. So, now that we got our movie pitch in, I think the first frame I have right here is Reagan already done with everything.
Yeah, I think we're sharing it now since apparently I don't want to comment on that.
No, I'm excited to see what has him so bored. So, let's go ahead and get into it and see what happens.
暇だな、モブ。例に悩んでる人がいないってことじゃないですか。暇だな、おい。
I think that's a body improvement magazine.
Well, he is part of the Body Improvement Club.
何かこっちから動き出さないとな。
You don't know what true fear is.
Alright, what else can you pick out from the opening?
Alright, let's watch. So we got our little diorama here.
Yeah, the Daft Punk opening.
I don't think there's gonna be a big Rubik's Cube. I don't think that's there. But there's an umbrella. Someone might have an umbrella.
I don't know, Rubik's Cubes are often used to show mental acuity.
We've got every single character ever, a big
Getting
speakers,
knocked over like a domino.
a slingshot and a slide? There's gonna be the water park episode then.
Good wave. Best boys.
Mob being disassembled again. Oh hey, look, Claw's back. They already did like the plant control thing, but like, do they bring that up as a detail again?
What do you mean?
I mean, aside from giant broccoli.
What do you mean they already did plant control thing?
The very first spirit they mess with, Mob is just like, oh yeah, I just reached out to the plants and like fed a different spirit through them that's more powerful than this one.
Right.
And he took control of it. So does he use that more as like an attack mechanism at some point?
Encountering rumors.
Urban legends.
Questions I can't answer.
都市伝説？ああ、お前もその手の話を友達としたことあるだろ？ないですね。
Bob, it's like, I don't have friends.
俺がガキの頃も流行ってたんだけどな。トイレの花子さんや人面犬。比較的新しい。
Oh, it's Mob versus the aliens.
そういった都市伝説の目撃情報をネットで調べて追求するんだ。土の子を捕まえるような感覚ですね。いや違う。お引きさんはただの作り話だ。そんなもんは実在しない。じゃあなんで都市伝説が流行ってる地域はそういう雰囲気に飲まれやすい
That beat perfectly matches my heart.
つまり除霊以外が山ほど埋もれてるって寸法だ。
It's supposed to be building tension and excitement.
飛び込み
And the Mob is supposed to anti-climax it.
This makes me acutely aware that my heart's not beating fast enough.
机低いですよ。ミスター。が冷たいな。ここ通行の邪魔なんじゃ。
おい貴様ら、誰に許可取って営業してるんだ。ここが正規の霊能力者。
Oh, hey, look. It's that guy from the opening that you specifically asked we'd ever see.
正規のなんだ。管轄ってなんだ。
日輪霊能連合の会員じゃないのか。
あれはフリーだ。霊言新たかという。あんたも霊能祭。
He is the most powerful, running a spirit god.
乗客を紹介してくれないか。
Nice of you to just up and admit it.
商売敵に塩を送るような真似はできんな。即刻立ち去り。
断る。あんたに何の権限がある。
いや、道路交通法違反。
お前らが法律持ち出すんじゃねえよ。
どういう意味で言ってるんだ。
You can't just tell me about local ordinances.
霊能力者さんですか？
はい。
実はちょっと相談したいことがあって。
喜んでです。それで悩みとは？
私昔から引きつけ体質でよく霊や不思議な
Mob, that plate of fries is a little bit too big. You gonna eat all that?
I mean, it seems like multiple order of fries.
おい、適当
I don't see them eating.
なんだと貴様。
やだやだ。こういう偽業者と一緒にされちゃ肩身が狭くなるぜ。なあ、モブ。
中年男性の例ですね。
本題に入ろうか。
よかった本物の方ですね前にインターネットで相談した時は適当なこと言
You
わ
know,
れた
she's
の
right centered on frame, right? So there has to be something appearing in the
ペ
middle.
ージは盲点だった。帰ったらすぐ作ろう。
Mob
Otherwise-
already sees the ghost and just doesn't realize it, but he's just enjoying his fries too
ですか
much.
ら室内に盛り塩をしてなんとか生活しています
なるほど。教本でも森状の効果は証明されています。
確かに今も山盛りポテトフライの塩分で症状を緩和してます。おいモブ、あんまり食うなよ。
私気づいたんです
Ah, the true way to get rid of ghosts, be salty.
But you're speaking nonsense and I'm hungry.
人面犬ダッシュババア赤いレインコートそしておひ
Dash Granny.
お願いですこれらの都市伝説を消し去ってください
そんな雲をつかむような依頼。
この霊言あらたかにお任せください。必ずや消し去ってみせましょう。で、どのコースにしましょう。
コース
土日はこのサービスパック。
This weekend combo.
驚いたぞ。まさか引き受けるとはな。
He's got a whole menu he just keeps around with him.
2万円だと。
そのぐらいいくだろ
うちは基本料20万円からだぞ。この案件なら正式に見積もれば50
う。
万以
まあ、
上。
お前にも手伝ってもらうけどな。
あ、今なんて言ったこいつ。
あら、行くぞ。うかうかしてたら日が暮れる。森林丸
真羅万象丸だ。俺は手伝わんぞ。
一緒に話聞い
Yeah,
て。
he's got his name all around him. How can you miss him?
Conning the
だけは
conman.
やるからよ。二手に分かれて聞き込み調査だ。お互い法連相を怠らないように。
仕方ない。事前事業と思って手伝ってやる。
ああ、頼んだぜ。
Gotta let him do all the work.
モブ、エクボはいるか。
エクボ呼んでるよ。
んだよ。お前と話すのうんざりで見えないモード強めてんのに。
そうじゃけにすんなよ。仕事仲間だろ。
どこがだ。ただ霊使いが荒いだけじゃねえか。
あのデブをそのステルスモードで尾行しといてくれ。
なんで俺様が。逃げたら逃げたでほっとけよ。
いや、あれは多分真面目なマニュアルバカだ。だからこそ、もしあいつに危険が及んだら、指示した俺のせいになっちまう。
頼むよエクボ。事故はない方がいいから。
The hero we didn't know we
だよ
needed.
ギブアンドテイクな。
Also a con man.
俺様の頼みを聞いてくれよ。
どうしたモブ。
いや、依頼人の人の言ってた通り、この街なんかおかしいですよ。
We're entering the entire town is out to get you arc. I see. That's one
なんでネッ
legend.
トカフェなんですか？
子供相手に
But do you
聞き込み
remember
調
all
査
of
す
them?
るなら不審者扱いされかねん。
There's like three.
すごい。
Three of them
悪
mentioned.
口ばっかり。
バリ雑言の中に有益な情報が。お、見ろよ。目撃情報だ。
赤い服着たおじさんならさっきいたよ。話しかけてきたから逃げてきたの。
何？さっきだって。
Of course, he's doing immediately the thing that he didn't want to do.
やらくないかもさ。
ああ、すまない。興奮して。あ、いや、そっちの興奮じゃない。
Don't talk to kids that way.
その目は。
私たち帰ります。
ちょ、女の子だ。
Stranger danger, stranger danger.
こらこらやめなさい。私は別に。あ、違う。私は変態ではない。ちゃんとした社会的地位のある霊能力者だ。ほら、ほら乗ってたろ。おい、一瞬投げるんじゃない。
I mean, to be fair,
あのおっさん本当に。
probably still the right
まだ
response.
手がかりを。
狙ってた女の子が。
今いた？待てこら。赤いレインコートってのはお前だな。
邪魔すんな。男に見せつけても何も楽しくねえ。
自動狙いの露出魔か。犯罪者
Just for some
Well, I
people.
guess we found the truth of one. Oh, fighting game time. I got you beat now.
時代は相撲部副部長だったんだ。参った。
Yeah, command grapple.
Well, on the overlay, I'm on the right, which means I'm playing the good guy.
Oh, I guess running away works.
That's cheating, Griff. That's cheating.
これが人面犬か。
マジックですね。デマ情報
I saw the
だった
opener for that joke
いや
real early on
これが人
and
面
just
犬
kept
だ。
dropping the
どういうこと
controller
ですか
all over
噂
the
の正
place.
体なんてこんな
Oh, that's why you lost, Theta.
小中学生
You
の
lost.
こいつは本物なのさ。
You ran away.
Real winners quit.
I guess that's true. I heard that from
この
Dare
犬
all the
誰が飼
time.
ってるの
ここの家のじいさん。
Winners don't do drugs, which means you quit drugs.
君たちは孫なの
なんでだよ。
ガキどもはまたこの犬に顔描いたらぶちのめすからな。
殴った後で言ったよこいつ。PTA に訴えてやる。
ああ好きにしろ。
Yes, the PTA, the primary enforcement mechanism in this town.
I mean, in a world where, like, the student council has ultimate authority on
決め
everything,
使うんですね
who would be above the student council, right? The PTA?
ご親切にそんなに汚れてたのかい。じゃあ頼もうかね。
ほらテロル。
There you go, just happy times with the dog. This is good.
さてとビフォーアフターの写真で調査結果を報告しないとな。
犬が好きなだけなんじゃ最初からいたずらだ
Who
って
doesn't just like dogs?
当たり前だ。
What kind of question is that,
人
Bob?
の顔した犬でも探してたのか。
We're actually looking for a dog with a human face?
ああよしよし。お湯が出ないか主人に聞いてくるか。
どうした息切れか残念だったな。小学校では相撲部だったが中学時代は卓球部だったんだ。スタミナには自信があんだよ。
めちゃくちゃ息切れしてる。お前なぜ俺を追いかけてくるんだ。関係ないだろう。
強靭逮捕
Suddenly not blinking at all.
現行犯だったら一般人でも逮捕できるんだよ。司法の裁きを受けろこの変態が。俺を追い詰めたつもりだったか。
I thought he drew a knife for a second, but I guess that also works.
You know, like a cattle prod?
Yeah.
だが途中から街で俺の噂が広まっていくのが快感になっていったのさ。
He just gets creepier and creepier.
Yeah, I mean, imagine just getting off on the rumors of your existence. So tangential.
気絶しやがった。だが顔も見られたし、この街じゃやりづらくなってきたな。そろそろ飛んでるな。
Oh, now the real spirits are coming out. Or just Rain. Well, I mean,
Thank
He's
God
got a
I'm already
raincoat.
wearing a raincoat.
yeah.
I mean, the unfortunate bit was it's gonna get cold and you're naked under the raincoat.
Yeah, that's not gonna help at all.
なんだあんた見てたのか。
ねえ喉乾かない
なんだおかしいやつか。
ねえ喉乾かない
ああ。
Yeah, maybe don't answer sarcastically.
Yeah.
Hey, are you thirsty? Yeah, I'm thirsty. Maybe just go in for the electrocution and say no at the same time.
Well, now he's drinking forever. Oh, he does have powers.
くそまだ体が
Not very good powers.
I mean, more powers than you have.
That's true. That'll make me upset. I still want powers. But here we go. Oh, well, he's also dead. So that's 2 murders in 1 episode.
Well, I mean, who else is here, Griff?
Okay, maybe just 1.
霊言の保険が効いたな。なんて圧力だ。霊気がビシビシ刺さってくる。 この男の潜在能力を限界まで引き出してみるか。
喉乾かない。
ナンパか。強引な女は願い下げだな。
Just gone through this very weird arc, hasn't he?
What's that?
Where, like, he started out as, like, trying to run a cult, then he's trying to take over people just to, you know, just to get more power. And now here he is, basically just being, like, a weird combatant now forever.
I mean, I think he is where his brother used to be, and that he's just afraid of upsetting Mob and getting wiped out of existence.
Right, that's happened to him a couple of times at this point.
I legit thought I was getting a phone call before I even realized I don't have a phone. You know, so much of that generation.
But if you don't have a phone, how can the killer call you ahead of time and tell you that they're watching you?
They gotta get real close to tell me that they're in the house.
Ah, so we're following the Chainsaw Man rules as well. The more people fear her, the more powerful she is.
But yeah, no, I'm 100% certain that Dimple is still all about getting power somehow. I think
Oh,
he's
100%.
just mitigated by the I don't want to be killed by Mob.
Right. So, I'm definitely getting One Punch Man vibes, because this is very much like how it goes over in that one, which is written by the same person. Here's a dangerous situation, here's someone powerful, but they're in a deadly situation, they need backup support, and then One Punch Mob comes in to help.
And Mob who's still bathing a dog?
Exactly. You know, One Punch Man, he's busy doing his grocery shopping, he can't help you immediately. Ah, there he is, just in the nick of time. He's done with the dog washing.
Can't photograph ghosts.
Yup.
Can't have proof of what you're actually doing.
多くの人間の想像力、恐怖や好奇心を媒介にしてこの世に出現した。あの容姿も強さも全て人間が設定したんだ。
Ah, so we are going by Chainsaw Man rules.
そうだ。
Not
小
quite.
池さんを知っている我々では条例できない。
え、なんで？
お前にも噂を
I
聞いて
looked
くれ
from
や
the
がった
show
子
to
供時代
you.
があるだろ。
You're doing this. I'm like, is he taking a phone call?
夕方の下校
God, the phone's got me so messed up this episode.
沼に引きずり込む。サンタクロースを信じなかった俺でも、雨の日の街角でふと意識した時は鳥肌が立ったな。
俺たちの脳裏にもまだその頃の恐怖は焼き付いている。実際今も震えが止まらん。
この嫌な汗は俺も本能では
Describing all of the ways that they feel or things they're doing right now instead of just being in those states.
俺の霊力も効かなかった。奴は恐怖する者の力を吸収して大きくなっていく。攻撃は逆効果だ。
仕方ない、逃げるか。おいモブ、一旦引くぞ。なんだこりゃ。
抜けん。こりゃ奴の仕業だな。
Retreat is no longer possible.
At some point I'd be like, I don't remember imagining this. This isn't a power I gave her. Mudman Reagan.
そうか。違う。
He's completely uninteresting. He can't possibly fear it.
Basically, yeah.
Ame no hi ni deru obake desho. Kowaku naku wa nai yo ne.
分かってねえな。お引きさんってのは握力が500キロあって一度捕まると脱出不可能で
Oh, don't explain to him why it's scary.
なるほど。そういうキャラなんですね。
版権フリーの二次創作みたいなレベルで認
The
識して
face.
お前もうちょっと怖がったり驚いたふりしろよ。だから話題に入れてもらえないんだよ。
前は人に合わせなくてもいいって言ってたのに。
大人になると社交辞令が重要になってくんだよ。
気を失って
I think it's just upset. I love it.
でもありがとうよ。貴重な体験ができたぜ。
Still, though, you don't. If his power is I can fight this thing because I don't know it, don't explain it to him.
ああ、お大事にね。
But the tracker will be back again next
最後
season.
にダッシュババアを調べていくか。
Dash Granny.
That looks like a perfectly safe cliff.
I will say, at the first episode, this is what I thought was going to happen in that tunnel
気を引き締めて
because I misremembered where she came from.
来た。本当に来たぞ。モブ、除霊だ。
Not actually a spirit, just a granny on a run in the middle of the night.
来てるぞ。おい。
どうしよう。除霊できない。お引きさんとは比べ物にならない。
なんだと。おいおいおいおい。
どうしたら。
どうもこうもねえ。逃げるぞ。走れ。
Yeah, Mob's not strong enough. All you do is run. But Mob can't run, we know that from buying.
走れ走れ。落ちかれるぞ。遅いぞモブ。
Here we go.
Got the picture though.
してるばあさんだったな。
ていうかお前超能力で高速移動とかできたんじゃないのか？
なんで泣いてんだ。
僕だっていつも走ってるのにおばあさんに負けた。
Zev, we already know he can't run.
Still absolutely no body strength at all.
これにて解決だな。
That doesn't make her less scary.
モブにとって初のトラウマ都市伝説になったという。
ついに完成だ。見ろモブ。これで依頼も増えるだろ。
なんだこりゃ。うさんくさ。
Hey, we're the second visitor.
Well, it's describing him as the star psychic that defeated the Dragger.
Right.
Alright, what's your episode takeaway?
My episode takeaway is that never underestimate a granny.
I don't know how to take that.
But I guess more seriously, like, initially we were talking about, like, Season 1, Episode 1, like,
See, they're friends.
the intersection about, yeah, the intersection of horror in this show, but also the fact that Mob is a character who is a one-punch man, same kind of style. Problems aren't problems for him. How do you make things scary? And I think the author here actually does have a good grip on horror in general, but they're also having fun taking the shit out of it, which is great.
Well, I mean, you're saying, how do I make it scary? Well, what is scarier than other people?
Right. Or I guess here in particular, you make it scary by putting another character into a scary situation where you're not sure if they'll survive and if the invincible backup will arrive in time.
See, now you're describing a Superman story now.
I'm also describing One Punch Man, and I'm also describing the show.
Well, no, you're not really. One Punch Man doesn't operate in that way, and I would argue that the show doesn't either.
ホーム
But
ペー
let's
ジ効果
continue.
で次から次へと依頼が来るぞとか思ってたらモブの様子がちょっと変だぞ。どうしたモブ。次回モブサイコ102第3話重ねる危険変質録画それも正しい判断です。
Oh boy, I'm gonna go get my VHS recorder and hook it up to my desktop. I'll make it work somehow.
Anyway, what I was saying was, Mob Psycho is very much the what is scary. Mob, a character who can control any power, whatever, right? Other people are scary. Interpersonal relationships are scary. Everything else out there is just the world. That's what he's saying horror is. One Punch Man is the existentialism of what happens when you get everything that you want. What do you do from there? That's what that deals with. Literally, no one is put into any danger that One Punch Man has a problem with.
Right. But I think this episode shows you can't truly be scared if you don't really know why you're supposed to be scared. Mob is out of the loop, and so he's not scared. And so the situation is no longer as horror once we get that reveal. But I think the show does have a very good grasp of how to present horror, how to amp it up, how to put some mystery onto it by seeing well, all of these things were fake. Surely the other thing is also fake. Oh, but it just showed up randomly. What are you going to do now? I think this is all good. I think there's fun little bits of horror right here. And of course, the twist with the running grandma was also hilarious. We called it out in the process of it, but it was still great. It was both horror and hilarious, which is what I love, really.
I will say, the people making the show, obviously they do know horror, because we have a lot more of that to come. I will say, because I don't feel like it's a spoiler to say what you probably already think.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Mob's terror is other people. What they think about him, how he relates to them, what he can and cannot do, what he doesn't understand.
Right. His horror was not being able to run faster than a grandma.
Because he's been trying all this time.
And he's still not any good. So, I have to ask, since you've at least seen to the end of the season, does he actually improve any by the end of the season physically?
I want to answer that question, but there is a small arc coming up directly related to that question, and I don't want to ruin 1 to 2 episodes worth of content.
All right, that's perfectly fine. That's a good answer right there. I'm excited to see how much he doesn't progress. So I guess next time, Mob Psycho is going to be trapped under a several-ton object and is going to have to use his super strength to finally lift it off of him after thinking about Aunt May. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Spider-Man. But we're going to go ahead and watch Mob Psycho anyway. So, that's going to be it here for today, everyone. This has been Stoneface Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we'll catch you all next time. See you around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below, and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?